What is up, Marshmallow Echo? Greed Echo here, and yes, I've been dead on my channel for the past few weeks. The reason behind that is because I want to record something new for you guys about Clash Royale, about all the special events and stuff like that. But it turns out Clash Royale just decided to stay normal by recycling all the same content. So basically, I've prepared most of my videos for February, so make sure you guys stay tuned for that. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you guys today's topic, which is the 3 best decks for Clash Royale Season 19. So without further ado, let's jump straight to the first deck, which is the Mother Witch Fireball Bait. And again, make sure to comment down below if you want me to switch places to record all my videos, because I don't need to turn to the camera every time when I want to talk to you guys. So anyways, this is the first deck, which is the Mother Witch Fireball Bait. Why I choose this as the first best deck for Season 19 is because there's a Mother Witch, which is the newest card in Clash Royale. So at first, players don't really like Mother Witch, but now after some reworks with decks and different cards, different combinations, it turns out Mother Witch is actually quite useful for certain decks. So this deck is quite defensive, so the defensive potential is quite high. So yeah, basically this is the first deck. The next 2 decks will be the Mortal Scare Zap Bait and also the RG Fisher Hunter Cycle, but these 2 decks I've already had the explanation for my past few videos, so if you guys want to check it, the playlist link is in the description for all of the explanation. So without further ado, I'm gonna try these 3 best decks at the Classic Challenge. So as you can see here, I've lost 2 tries just to try out different decks in Clash Royale, and it turns out 2 decks didn't really work, so I switched them with these 3 decks to try on. So without further ado, let's try it with Mother Witch Fireball Bait. A little disclaimer here, I'm not really a Mother Witch player or any Royal Recruits player whatsoever, so if you guys see me losing, doesn't mean that this deck don't work. It just means that I'm suck at using this deck. So I've turned off the sound for Clash Royale as well, cause I normally don't turn on for my daily ladder gameplays. So okay, Barbarian Barrel towards my Zappies, good move right there. My Flying Machine is there to tank for everything. So I think I'm gonna put Barbarian Heart right here to tank for the Flying Machine. So yeah, as you can see here, everything's doing good. My Flying Machine had a little bit of damage. Okay, really good move from him. He had a Tornado and also a Poison. I'm gonna drop down my Royal Hawks to stress him out. So I don't think... Okay, he have a Goblin Cage. Okay, my Barbarian had 2 shots onto the right side tower, so it's pretty nice. As you can see here, Royal Hawks onto the tower. Pretty nice from us. What we can do now is to drop down our Royal Recruits. So yeah, Royal Hawks did a lot of damage on the right side tower, so I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna drop down a Barbarian Barrel just to kill some of the skeletons by spawning from the graveyard, and also assist the Royal Recruits. So yeah, we're doing pretty well right here. As I said just now, it's a really defensive deck, so you can just chill with the defense as you have a lot of choices to go for. So I'm gonna drop down my Zappies once the Knight is here. I'm gonna drop it just like that. Okay, the Barbarian managed to get 1 shot from the tower. Let's go. 1 Zappies is tanking for the Baby Dragon. Pretty nice. I think it's enough. I don't need to drop down any additional cards to defend against the Baby Dragon. There we go. So yeah, Zappies doing some small damage on the left side tower. I'm gonna drop down my Royal Hawks right now. Pretty nice. I'm just gonna wait till double elixir and he's done, because I have Royal Recruits and also Barbarian Barrel for that. So it's pretty nice. I'm gonna drop my Royal Recruits from the back. So yeah, everything's doing good. Poison my right side tower or my left side tower, I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna drop down my Fireball right here, and also my Barbarian Barrel. Oh my god, my mouth. Okay, so everything's doing good. I'm gonna drop down my Royal Hawks down there. There's a lot of Royal Hawks, Royal Recruits, so yeah. Get that Goblin Barrel. There we go. He's gonna Tornado, but it's not enough to stop my Royal Hawks from connecting to the tower. So everything's doing well, everything's doing fine. I'm gonna drop my Flying Machine at the middle so that the Poison is out of range to target my Flying Machine and as well my tower. So yeah, everything's doing fine. I'm gonna drop my Barbarian Heart right down. I think the Poison is gonna hit it. Yup, the Poison is gonna hit it, but it's still fine. It's still fine. We can go from here. So okay, without further ado, let's get that Sudden Death crown. Oh my god, why is that so laggy? Oh my god. Guys, I'm getting really laggy here. So I'm gonna get royal recruits down. I think he had given up. Oh my god. Guys, you can see my screen glitching for some reason.
He's already making excuses. Look at that. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
But yeah, as you can see here, we still managed to push our royal recruits to the front, so it's pretty nice. I'm gonna fireball this just to take the damage. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put Zappies right down. I just need one more fireball, guys, so I'm gonna go here. Gonna put Barbarian Barrel right down to defend against the graveyard. There we go, guys. Warhawks managed to attack the tower and take down one crown, but I don't know why I keep lagging. Maybe it's because my mobile data just glitching for some reason. But anyways, finally get our second win. Is basically the first win for this video, so I'm gonna donate some Warhawks and let's move on to the second deck, which is Mortar Scarrow Zap bait. So without further ado, let's go. I'm not really a good bait player as well, but we're gonna try this deck out. It's pretty fun to try out new decks. Okay, managed to get one shot from the Dart Goblin. I think this guy is also using a bait deck, if I'm not mistaken. He has Skeleton Army and also the Dart Goblin, so I was okay, it's a bait deck for sure now, guaranteed. He had Princess, he had all of this good stuff, so
no chance, that's what you got.
Knight doing a great job right here. I'm gonna put Spear Goblins right down, dealing some damage on a right side tower as well, so yeah, pretty nice. So the thing about this deck, what's good about this deck is because this deck has the lock and also the fireball. So if you have another player which has a bait deck, you can just counter them easily with these decks. So I'm gonna put Mortar to distract it, and then I'm gonna put my Delock down. There we go, and hopefully it counters a Princess. There we go. Okay, everything's doing fine. I think it's gonna drop down the Goblin Barrel for some point. So he's saying wow. Everything's doing good right now actually. I think it's gonna drop down his Goblin Barrel. There we go. I'm gonna fireball it.
Another one.
There we go. So everything's doing fine. I'm just gonna cycle my Mortar, keep cycling my Skeleton Barrel as well. Skeleton Barrel. So I'm gonna put my Spear Goblins at the right side. He's gonna drop down the Skeleton Army on the right side. There we go. So he's gonna drop down the Princess at the back. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, gonna put my Mortar right down. Okay, so they're aiming for my Mortar, so I can easily use my Princess Tower to... Okay, pretty aggressive from him. I don't know why he did that. Anyways, I'm gonna put down my Knight. There we go. I'm just gonna keep defending, and hopefully we can defend until sudden death and we can do our thing. So I'm gonna drop down my Musketeer and as well my Mortar right down. Gonna put my Goblin Barrel right down as well. Okay, I'm gonna put the lock. There we go. So I'm gonna put my Skeleton Barrel right down. Okay, he's dropping the lock, so I can put down my Spear Goblins. There we go. Our skeleton barrel is dealing a lot of damage onto his tower. Pretty nice. That is why I finally understand why now people don't use the classic lock bait cycle. The reason behind that is because these decks are outdated. The new source is right here with the new Skeleton Barrel deck, so it's pretty nice. I'm gonna drop down my Knight, and then I'm gonna put Spear Goblins to counter the Dark Goblin. Pretty nice. So I'm gonna do the Musketeer right here. There we go. Mortar managed to counter the Princess. So I'm gonna put my Goblin Gang right down. Gonna put my Skeleton Barrel as well. Okay, so he either choose to defend against my Skeleton Barrel or counter my push right here with the Musketeer and the Goblin Gang. There we go. I'm gonna drop down my Knight here. I'm gonna put the lock right down. Okay, there we go. Really nice from us. I'm just gonna continue to do this until I out-cycle him and overwhelm him with all these cycle cards. So I'm gonna put Spear Goblins right down. I'm gonna put Knight to tank for the Musketeer. Okay, I'm gonna put the lock. The mistake that he did is that he doesn't really jukes me with different positions. He just throw in the similar positions. That is why he can't really counter me. So I'm gonna put Spear Goblins. Okay, I'm gonna put the lock right down to counter two Princesses. Okay, Princess and the Dark Goblin. Oh my god. So everything's doing well. I'm gonna drop down a fireball right here. There we go, guys. Oh my god. Everything's doing good. Everything's doing fine. I'm just gonna put down my Spear Goblins right down. Really, really nice. Okay, everything's doing good. I'm gonna drop down my Lock. I'm gonna drop down another Musketeer. Okay, I'm gonna use Goblin Gang to defend. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna drop down my Mortar right down. Gonna put my Skeleton Barrel. Okay, gonna just put this, and I'm ready for the Goblin Barrel to drop. Ready for the Goblin Barrel to drop. There we go. Okay. There we go, guys. We managed to wait until the tiebreaker. So there we go, guys. We managed to do more damage than he did, which is pretty nice for our situation right here. So there you go. We have 2 decks working right now. So let's move on to the last really classic deck, which is the RG Fisher Hunter Cycle.
A few minutes later.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's the dream.
Wait 3, 2, 1. Oh, he didn't get the left side tower. Oh my god. That's a dub for us, man. Although we lost the match, but we have left the tower on alive. But yeah, basically I've ended the classic challenge. So in conclusion, the last deck was outdated and it sucks, and the first 2 decks is the best.
Hey pretty baby, am I in your way? Cause you walked out so fast yesterday. No, I don't think you're here to stay. No, I don't think you're here to stay.